I'm going to do an insight video. There's a shifting going on at the moment. There's a lot of shifting within light bodies. It's about holding that vibration and holding that frequency. It's very difficult at the moment because we've got a fragmented sort of energies that are going on at the moment in regard to the third dimension and the fourth and the fifth dimension as they start to like manifest on the planet. It's about holding that frequency. It's quite difficult because we're distracted. We're distracted with a lot of different things at the moment, and there's a lot of things going on within our own sort of like reality and on the planet. It's like it's hard to hold a frequency, a light frequency that's a higher vibration and a higher frequency than what we're used to sort of vibrating with in regards to. So like the third dimension is very much where I keep talking about this physical world and with this physical sort of reality and this physical sort of like the physical world and the distractions that we have, the emotions, the angers, all of these kind of like different sort of range of emotions we go through. And in the spiritual body and the light frequencies, it's very much around harmony, peace, unity, union, and oneness. So it's very much around. It's a very different kind of feeling and a very different kind of vibration. So it's hard to hold that vibration at the moment. I can feel it coming through me. It's like this morning I woke up and I felt very heavy. I've got a lot of things that are on my mind from work and like the stresses and strains of work. And then I found my mind sort of like shifting forward, like fast forwarding into the next few days, past the weekend, even though I've got the weekend off. All those kind of things, the normal kind of things that go on within our mind's eyes, and obviously it starts happening. But as I started to like sit into the feeling of like the light frequency and the light vibration, it's very much around what's here and what's now, and it's very much around just staying in that frequency and dissolving and letting go, which is very different. It's easier said than done because we're sort of conditioned within our sort of like our minds, like our intellectual minds, that we are, you know, conditioned to think and worry and problem solve all these kind of things. And part of like the light frequency is just allowing it to manifest and integrate and remain in it. And it's remaining in that frequency where we remain high and like vibrating on a high level. It's about letting go, it's about surrendering, it's about releasing, it's about dissolving, and it's also about just remaining in that frequency where we keep our thoughts and our intentions and our energy high and our vibration high. It's about anything that comes within an instant and it dissolves, or it sort of distracts us from harmony, that we come back into it. Because the light frequency is all about being in a perfect sort of union, perfect sort of vibration with creation and the flow of the universe. And this is what our bodies are trying to do at the moment. As I connect into it, I see like a white energy body, or a white body that or a white body of light that sort of like I can see it like within my own energy field. And I know that this is sort of part of the higher frequency that's coming down. And obviously anything white is like, it brings purity, it brings truth, it brings purification, it cleanses, it clears, it enlightens, it higher, it gives a higher awareness, a higher vibration. But also remember, the white light also holds many different other vibrations, many different colors, many different sort of vibrational colors, universal colors. Like, so like with the ascended masters, you see them dressed in white. It's a pure color with a high vibration, but it also holds those other vibrations. It connects to all the other colors. It can connect to all the other colors, and it can hold the vibrations of that as well. So you know, like in light, when you see light get split, you know, white light, it goes into like a rainbow, or the spectrum splits from that. It's very much like that. And so we sort of like, we've been given that at the moment. We've also been given like gold at the moment, which is very much around like source, creation, healing. It brings consciousness. Gold is a fantastic color. You know, for a long time when I was healing, I'd always see gold when I was healing, and it's a fantastic color. It brings very high healing, very high sort of like consciousness, understanding, insight, teachings. It's very much around teachings as well. As I get connected to the golden energy, it's around teachings and insight and ancient wisdom that's coming back. It's very much around that. Phil, I want to talk about that because although I say it's ancient wisdom, it's wisdom that's always been here before. It's always been here, and it's always been on this planet. But the difference is, as we're shifting and we're going through these higher vibrations, that was sort of unseen is becoming seen again. It's like it's becoming sort of visible again, and this is where the sort of like, and this is what I feel is happening at the moment. There's a lot going on with when they talk about like the veil, they talk about the spirit world or the spiritual entities and energies and guides, and they talk about the physical world that we're walking in. I feel that's very much sort of integrating at the moment, and that's what's bringing some of the the sort of like this, if you're sensing this kind of sort of like where it's like you're being sort of you're being directed and guided, but there's also like a pulling at the moment, and it's like as these energies start to manifest within these frequencies, you're going to feel some of these the impact of it. If you're a sensitive and you sense things, you're going to feel some of the impact. And like I said, people are feeling, they're feeling like sort of like flu-like symptoms of it. You've got to also sort of like when this kind of stuff goes on, it's like a rebirth. It's like like the phoenix, which is a very symbolic sort of mystical bird that brings this fire, and it's sort of like and you're reborn through the phoenix, the fire of the phoenix. It's very much around it. It brings magic and stuff, and it's very much around that at the moment. As as we start to move through these energies that are coming down, we start to. It's like we have a rebirth. It's like the older energies, the older frequencies, have to dissolve and be, and have to sort of like transmute into these higher frequencies, and that's what's happening within our bodies. We're activating on these higher spiritual um, energy frequencies, and it's about starting to sort of like align with them. It's about letting go of old habits, old cycles. I mean, this is quite a difficult one because while we remain in the third dimension and the physical world, although we've got to shift away from that and go more in the fourth and fifth, while the frequency remains on the planet and that the energy is still here and that's what we're living in, it's quite difficult to shift through it. I mean, what I feel like I want to be shifting into is like a fourth and a fifth dimensional reality where I don't live in that physical world, where I don't live like attached to the day-to-day stuff and the monetary stuff that we have to go through, because that's the only exchange we've got at the moment. But it wants to shift further than that. It wants to go past that. It's about letting go and releasing. And like part of me feels like some of it is just like letting go of that old concept, that old habit of how we are working at the moment. And until we sort of like let go of that, things aren't going to shift, because we need to like shift our own consciousness around that as well. It's like letting the divine flow, the essence, to come in as we start to move through it. I know there's very strong angelic energies around me, because I can feel it in my heart, but I can also feel these massive angel wings behind me again. Again, I can see the colour pink, I can see the colour blue, which I keep seeing. Like, these are the two colours I see regularly at the moment. Blue again is like knowledge, communication, insight, wisdom, and pink is about that harmony, balance, union, union of spirit, and it's starting to come in more and more. Again, I'm seeing like in my third eye, I'm seeing like a violet flame or violet colour going through my third eye, and my third eye is like spinning with that. So I know that there's sort of like this new insight, this new clarity, this new information coming through. As all these things are starting to shift at the moment, and it's happening regularly. So these light frequencies, about holding them. I mean, I feel like you've got to breathe through your whole sort of being, and it's not like, don't look at your physical body, because this is not where these light frequencies are held. It's your energy fields and your energy frequencies. So I feel when I breathe, it's like I've got this sacred space, this white energy inside of me, and when I breathe these light bodies, they're held within the energy frequency of my energy field, not my body. So it's like you've got to sort of like, we've got to start moving away from this physical reality in the physical realm and integrate the spiritual reality, because it's the spiritual reality that's bringing the changes and bringing the insight and bringing the direction, as the physical reality is the outer world, but that's not the world, that's not the reality, it's the illusion. So it's about letting go of that and just moving past it and not becoming sort of entrenched in it. So try and hold your frequencies, hold your intentions high, hold your yeah, keep coming back into balance, harmony, union. It's so important. So start to connect into this. I see some really high, sort of vibrant, luminous colours. So I know there's new vibration, new frequencies coming. I can't tell you exactly what the colours are because it's very difficult to see them. But this one's like a greeny yellow colour, but it's very luminous in my mind's eye. And again, sort of like again, this green sort of lime green that comes is like a detoxing, and I believe this is going on at the moment. We're all being sort of like detoxed, our spirits. It's been cleansed and cleared, so we can start to move to the next stage of these new frequencies coming down, which is all connected to the Lion's Gate, the 8-8. The 8-8 is two infinite circles that are like heaven and earth that connect together. So it's about bringing union. It's about bringing the two sort of energy frequencies, which is the spirit world and the physical reality, which is the physical reality. The planet here is vibrant spiritual energy, creation energy. That's what this planet is, and it's about actually awakening to that again and being part of it and being unified and connected to it again. And once we start to do that, then we release the physical barriers, the physical blocks, and just allow that sort of that energy frequency and vibration to continue to manifest, create, and sort of align. So that's the insight for today.